Alrighty, let's check this is working. Hey, gentlemen, how are we? Happy Sunday to all who celebrate. Jake, hope that mouth is doing all right. No context needed. Um, so it is week 7. Well, it's week 8 now, but we'll recap week 7. And ooh, sorry, what is that? It's that's kind of weird. I didn't see that. Oh, it says Young Guns champion, just like I am right now. Sorry, I don't know how that rocked up. I know it's not this league, but most of you don't know what being a champion looks like, so maybe that'll give you a taste. But anyway, back to the main story. So we have Mr. AJ Brownpants and Ja Ewan kicking us off. 191 points, pretty crazy. Should have been the highest one of the week, but still got the W. That's what matters. And we'll do winners first to see what went right, and then we can jump into the losers. So Drake Mega, I don't know much about him, but 200 yards isn't that much. Only 2 touchdowns, only 62 rushing yards is a bit average. Not sure if he's a franchise guy. Maybe they move on. He's no Mac Jones. JT, absolute champion, 3 touchdowns. Probably going to get his 20 mil extension in the sort of Saquon range. Pretty good. Warren, one of the better finds. He's been unreal this year from someone that was kind of mid before. Tay Adams, 3 touchdowns, right up Ewan's ass. Dude's all not washed. Pretty good. Unlike Jake. AJ Brown pants are not looking very brown, looking very clean. But the guy's still whinging about it, so I feel they're a weird team. Ertz continues scoring touchdowns, aging like a fine wine. Not much else to say there. Georgie P, bit of a mid game for someone that's been unreal. Needs to go back to what he does best, which is punching DBs and just being a cunt. But another guy that's due for a big extension. So congrats, Georgie P. Will Lutz, Denver just had to keep going for 2 because they were so far behind. So not much you can do there. And then the Cleveland defense laying another fat schlong right up Ewan's ass and up in Tua's concussed little mouth. So, yeah, get wrecked. With Ewan, Daniel's been disappointing this week. Rashad White against Detroit, not much else you can expect. Breece Hall, I remember Ewan in week 1 messaging me being like, haha, you, fuck you. Breece Hall's really good after he had one good week. Breece Hall's not good. The Jets aren't good. You suck. Drake London, unfortunate game. CeeDee Lamb back, that'll help your case moving forward. And Jake Daddy Ferguson has been a fucking weapon this season. Good draft. Bill Nye, not the science guy. Pretty disappointing. Yeah. Doesn't know much about science, I imagine. Doesn't know how to score touchdowns. Pinheiro, pretty good. Bears defense, yeah, pretty good. But, gotta score more points if you want to win. At least that's what they tell me. Next one's Obi-Wan Kenobi and the Legion of Ponies. Ron's team looking real bad. Someone should probably do some trades with him. I don't know. But anyway, talking about Ben's team, Laser Mayfield, not that many lasers. Jacob's been a fucking weapon this season, like he was last season, just touchdown machine. ETN hot and cold, bit disappointing. Nico, disappointing as well. I think the Texans just sort of in general are looking a bit poopy. Sutton's unreal at getting 16 to 14, 16 point range, pretty good. Kraft been a good find this year. Man loves scoring touchdowns as well. Should get himself a big extension. Yeah, just not a Knuckles game. It was a Gibbs game, so not much you can do there. Aubrey, in the GOAT sort of kicker talk, but I don't think he'll ever get there because Cowboys will never win a playoff game, and it won't be his fault. So I think Vinatieri will probably keep that. And then the Patriots, pretty mid team, but play anyone against the Titans, and you'll do pretty good. Yeah, not too much from your bench there. It's whatever. But yeah, 4-3 ponies. That's It's got to be more wins than Ben's had across the last 3 seasons, so need someone to take care of that this week, please. And 3 and 4 for Obi-Wan Kenobi with a bad week coming up next week, so yeah, someone should really help him out. Utter domination. A big whipping on Uwu. Something Vrish clearly hasn't figured out is how to have better matchups. You'd think because we live together that he'd be able to learn a thing or two from me, but clearly not. You just can't teach it. So, looking at this fucking destroying level team, Paddy, back to 2018 Paddy, MVP Paddy. Yeah, just a machine. Javonte, one of the pickups of the season, been unreal. Christian McCaffrey, made of titanium, on pace for 1,000 receiving yards and rushing yards. Pretty crazy. Julian Edelman, not too bad. JSN already on 839, I think it was, receiving yards. It's fucking crazy. Has a genuine shot at 2,000 yards, which would be nuts. So, good draft. T. McBee, absolutely cooking without that stupid, smelly, dumb hobbit throwing stuff to him. So, hopefully Kyler does his ACL and we trade him to the fucking Browns. T. McBee's cooking. Gibbs game, absolute on fire, including like an 87-yard touchdown. Beautiful. Boswell, whatever, who cares? Seahawks defense, yeah, done enough. 3 4th down stops. Texans suck. Madison Beer's husband. Ooh, I'm just nervous. I get to fuck Madison Beer. I fucking score 30 fantasy points. Fuck you, dude. Fucking bullshit. Bam Knight, fuck off. Higgins, pretty good. Wan'Dale, no one cares. Nice. Then for Vrish, Jarrett's pretty good. H.M. been great. Kyron I think he's been alright. Smith, very good game. 183 yards is crazy. You'd think that have to have been a bomb touchdown in there. JJ been pretty underwhelming because of midness at quarterback. Taylor, I got him this week. Hoping for big things. Very sad about Mike. Very sad about Mike. But 10 years is pretty good. Won't beat Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice did play till he was 40, so unlucky. Butker, been underwhelming this year, but, just a good character guy for your team. Carolina, wild, but you play anyone against the Jets, so well played, Vish, but unfortunately not enough. Next we got maybe Jamarathon for me against Clug Daddy's team. Again, Goff, not a Goff game, Gibbs game. Not much you can do about that. It's just sort of classic Goff. Bijan, been unreal, also due for probably a big extension. Judkins, great at punching women and scoring touchdowns, and if that's not emblematic of Nick's sort of team culture, then I don't know what is. Dobbs, yeah, been good this year. Pittman, been great this year. Warren, been great this year. Who'd have thought at the beginning of the year that a double receiving stack of Colts would be a home run? Fat Keenan, fat, old Keenan, not looking very fat, not looking very old. 11 receptions is nuts in a losing game. Whatever. Yeah, play your defenses against Cardinals. They're a stupid idiot team with a stupid owner, and I hate Jackson for making me become a fan of them, not warning me enough. Yeah, Amon's in some trouble here. He's got some pieces, but 1-6 is pretty hard to come back from. So Dak been great this year, MVP Dak. Unfortunately, probably won't make the playoffs, so we'll lose first game again. Saquon, Madden curse. Not a good year for Saquon. O-line's not as good. He looks washed. But, maybe he'll pull McCaffrey and do better next year. JK one leg. Yeah, that's all right. Chase, 16 fucking catches, 23 receptions. Only 1 touchdown, but 161 yards, and PPRing his way all up and in. Oh no, he lost. Wow, your team must suck, Amon, if you got 38 points and lost. Worthy, Rishi's back. Who cares about him anymore? George Kittle, sad, but tight end. National Tight Ends Day next week. He'll bounce back. Don't worry about that. Diggs good at catching balls and getting people pregnant. been a pretty good play this year, but he does like licking ears. I respect that. Pretty gay performance from Gay. And Philly, 12 points. Yeah, it's that's right. Do the job. Fuck Justin Fields. You should cut him. Fuck that cunt. 0-7 nonce. I have him in 2 leagues and I hate him. Stupid idiot. Yeah, 1-6 Amon. Better start prepping for the football playoffs, my dude. Egg booked these nuts, doubling almost the score of the scattered booze. So if we look at where it all went right, Bo Nix, fourth quarter king, who doesn't love to come from behind. Ramondre, great play. Jake criticized it, but suck my ass. Swift been really good. Got me a last second game winner against Rish last week as well, so love that. Tet, underwhelming, but doesn't matter when the rest of your team's awesome. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a really good guy. Someone should probably trade for him if you're worried about going down the poop bowl. Taylor Swift's husband, pretty worried about him now that Rashi's back. But tight ends suck generally. Marv, yeah, Fairbairn, whatever. And 14 points from a team that shut out the Raiders 31-0 is a bit disappointing. But when you're playing against people like Tom, it doesn't really matter. Sharp's on the bench, killing it. Emeka Mbegbu on my bench. Didn't even need him, because I knew I was playing against Tom. So why risk it? Why play Egbuka and get 10 points when I can play Marv and get? Yeah. We look at Tom's team, 72, 50, over 50 points below projection. In that sort of situation, do you just hang up the towel? Do you just throw it in? Do you reconsider your fantasy career and your place within it? I don't know. Food for thought. But yeah, Keller Williams, probably don't play the guy that scores less than 3 points, has 2 fumbles and an int when the guy on your bench gets 31 points. Anyway, just a thought. Genty, a performance symbolic of the Raiders one against the Kansas City Chiefs, where they just basically bent over and spread, kneeling the game out with 2.5 minutes left. Cowardice. But again, emblematic of Tom's team culture, I'm sure, in the locker room. Scatterboo, love this man. Beautiful. Where is it? No, they've changed the photo back. That's disappointing. But anyway, I love him. Rashee Rice, great man, great character, great at scoring touchdowns. So glad he's back. Didn't deserve the hate. We continue. Adude's never good this year, but just not good this game. Not a Laporta game. BTJ, trade rumors apparently that they might consider moving him. So yeah, not good at catching balls this year, but maybe Tom, you should probably pick people that catch balls like you do with your mouth. Dick has been good. Pittsburgh, yeah. I mean, obviously Joe Flacco was gonna cook, so bit of a bad week from Tom, But what do we expect? It's Tom. Oh, sorry. Oh no, we did already talk about my team, didn't we? But God, they're beautiful. Anyway, and then we have this ladder. I'll just sit here and look at it for a second. Again, I know this is a different league, but that word right there is really, really symbolic of what my team represents right now. So good, in fact, that I can win without Amon-Ra St. Brown. So, but if we go from bottom to top, points for, yeah, not great from Amon. Lowest points for, so should be a 10. Second highest points against, so that makes sense. It's 1-6. Time to start prepping for the playoffs king. AJ Brown pants, some hope there with a strong week, so we'll see if the bounce back can continue. And then we just sort of have this grouping of 3 and 4s, all the way from, 8 up to 3. So yeah, just mid across the board. Jackson really looking like a fantasy juggernaut. Unfortunately, just doesn't know how to pick his weeks. So yeah, just do better. Honestly, like, why would you score that many points if like you're gonna concede that many? It's just like you're the Bengals, dude. Like, just do better. And then second place we got Cluggy with 947 points for and 830 points against. Again, really solid team, but needs to pick his matchups better. And then Igbook, these nuts. Mike's dead. Igbook is a king. So I don't think the train's stopping anytime soon. Amon-Ra St. Brown shipped him off because he's mid. And just want to instill some fear in you nonsense for 2026 and 2027 as well. I mean, look at that 10th. It's going to do wonders for me. But yeah, Amon-Ra's washed anyway. Malik post ACL. Everyone knows everyone's really good post ACL. So a warning shot for next season while I continue to dominate you nerds this season. And then we'll just do a quick cheeky look at how this week's shaping up already. Nick refused to do a beer bet with me, coward. But pretty even. So I'm already a bit of an underdog. But that's what we expect from a team that showed up like they did last week. Ron, absolutely tragic. Been bullied in a lot of leagues over the last few weeks. Has had to chug a lot of beers. Already on a beer again this week with Cuge, which is unfortunate. But head up, King. Amon-Ra has been a godsend for me, and I'm sure he won't tear his ACL next week for you. He get you another beer because I know you're a bit thirsty. But low projections here, so pretty embarrassing if we're somehow lost. Pony's good. I like seeing this 31%, but from memory, he's missing a player. So expect that to be a bit more even, but Ewan really needs to put Ben back where he belongs. And then Amon actually projected with a higher point score. Surprising. Maybe some buy issues with Jake. Yeah, a few players missing here. But we'll see how we go. Anyway, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I really had a lot of shit to do today, and this was not well timed. So thank you, Jackson, for picking me. Just for your viewing pleasure, you can have a look. I'll give you a little sneak peek into our other league. Show where the boys are at. So Mr. Klugnya version, Uwu Uwu coming second, Ewan coming third, Tom coming fourth, which is a big shock. I didn't even know he knew how to do that. Brad, yeah, whatever. Mackenzie 4 and 3, even though I'll literally show you his matchup for this week. He's getting kicked out of the league. Fuck that guy. So applications may be open. Reach out to Amon, but yeah, look at this. Funnily enough, projected for the same amount of points as Kieran, but he's got Genty in there on bye, AJ Brown out, Cup out, and Goff out, and no defense, and still projected about the same amount of points as Ron. And this is 2 QB. But anyway, I digress. Yep, I'm in 7th. Not great. My team sucks. I hate Justin Fields. Sam, whatever. Amon bad again. Nick down where he belongs. So there you go, gents. Happy Sunday. Up bright and early tomorrow. I know I won't be. So yeah, number 1, Mr. Champion Guy. You can see the C there. Tapping out. Love you.